Ladies and gentlemen, yours truly, the Fresh Prince of Smell Air. I just got my hands on not one, but two flankers from one of my favorite designer scents. Let's talk about it.
I'm what they fear, black man with intelligence. Ghetto fab splashed with a dash of elegance. Well spoken, but could tell I'm hood. Attitude funky, but that boy be smelling good. Not just a rapper, I'm a poet. They point out all my flaws, but fail to mention my heroics. Through the ages, different phases, went from playing with razors to Dose Gabbana blazers. No more child's play, we grown. Less bottles of Patron, more bottles of cologne. It's like a cheat code to make a coochie melt. She paying more attention to your fragrance than your Gucci belt. So go to Bloomies, cop a bottle or two. Get some sense for your girl, cop some bottles for you. I'm giving out lessons. Come and take a part of this class. Before you spray that fragrance on, make sure you washing your ass. Look, that's just something that I got to say. Step your collection up, no more Axe body spray. So in a sense, so what a hater gonna tell me? I'm Kobe when it comes to the colognes. You smell me?
A wise man once said, don't follow me, youngin', follow my moves. I'm not a role model. A bad influence got the world drinking gold bottles. If you know who said that, jump down in my comments. I think y'all gonna get this one, and it's a reason why I mentioned gold bottles. We gotta take it back a little bit, though. We gotta take it back to the year 1995. 1995 was a wonderful year, right? That's the year the 95 Air Max came out. The very first mixtape I ever got, Doo-Wop 95 Live, came out. I think I might have lost my virginity around that time, so that was marvelous. But on top of that, we were introduced to Jean Paul Gaultier Lamel, all right? This bottle is Wild Pause. Sometimes I don't even like reaching for it, but the thing about this is, it's a classic. It's kind of crossed over in a fuckboy territory, but I'ma always reach for this. And I'ma reach for this because I was gifted this by a girlfriend of mine at the time. And one thing I always tell y'all fellas, if a woman gives you a scent, that means that's what she wants you to smell like when she comes around you, okay? So she gifted me this. Not this bottle in particular. This bottle in particular, my mother gave me. So every now and then I always reach for this classic. It was a game changer. It was when scents got a little softer as opposed to those rough masculine scents from the 80s that I'm used to my dad wearing. Like, I used to reach for them bottles thinking I was smelling like a man, but I was really smelling musky. This was when I came into my own. This is a scent that has numerous flankers. As of recently, they just dropped a new flanker, and they had a flanker that dropped last year. Before we talk about them though, do me a favor, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share it with your friend whose house smells funny, because chances are if the crib stinks, they do too. Without further ado, this is the news you could use. Now, one thing about designer scents, and especially flankers, they tend to get redundant. Sometimes when a scent sells very well, the designers kind of overdo it, and they'll just keep hitting you with this flanker and that flanker, and they'll smell like that or smell a little bit like the OG, but some of them just don't get the job done. This is not one of those scents. This right here, this Jean Paul Gaultier Lamel Elixir, this is one of them ones, all right? Lavender, mint, vanilla, honey, tonka bean, tobacco. When I talk about what the first Lamel did for me when I was a young man, this is what this does for me in my adult years, all right? It just came out. I had to go to Macy's to get it. I don't really like dealing with them designers in department stores because, like I said, they'll try to spray you like a roach. But I heard good things about this. The bottle presentation is immaculate. You know, you get that ring, and all the Gaultiers, they come with like a suede stand that usually I got all my bottles up there. I don't include the box, but I always include that because it's almost like a statue. And this is the physique I desire to have, you know, broad shoulders, big chest. But aside from that, this smells amazing, all right? It's not redundant like those other designers. This is probably one of the better designer scents that have recently released. I'm going to be reaching for this a lot these upcoming months. I went to Bloomies looking for this. They said, oh, Jean Paul, we got it. And they pointed me to the old Jean Paul. I'm like, that's not it. I need the Elixir. And then they grabbed the 1 million Elixir. That's a gold bottle too. So, you know, if I didn't know no better, I would have got that bottle. But I had to go somewhere else. I had to go to Macy's, actually, another department store, get my hands on this. The bottle's Wild Pause, so I'm going to put it down, and we're going to talk about this other scent. Now, I also have Jean Paul Gaultier's Beau. I have the EDT concentration. It's great for the summertime. It's got that coconut. It's got that pineapple in it. I get compliments on it a lot when I wear it. So I figured that I would get my hands on this one, which is the EDP intense version of it. It's got pineapple, it's got coconut, it's got tonka bean, it's got sandalwood. I heard good things about this. So I said, okay, if the EDT did me justice, and I'm hearing good things about this, this will probably do me justice as well. But what I also heard about it was that it was for the younger crowd. I like to fashion myself as a young OG, so I didn't want to write it off completely. But for a scent that came out in 2022, yeah, it is kind of for the younger crowd. And I won't say it's a bad scent. It's not for my liking. If I'm gonna reach for anything, I'm gonna reach for this one, or I'm gonna reach for the Ultra, the Gaultier Ultra, the Parfum, or the regular one. I gotta see how the regular one does me this fall, because that's real sweet too, and my nose might be growing out of that. I hate to sound like a snob for niche, but I'm not really a snob for niche, because like I said, I do enjoy this one. This one, not so much. I may just have to leave this one alone. You know, it's a little leaf right there, so that's a double entendre. Don't y'all ever forget how this Bones Brigante thing all started, all right? Way before colognes, they heard of Bones. That's a rhyme right there. So I'm not saying it's a bad cologne. I actually had an episode that I shot of You Smell Me with a beautiful young lady, Gigi Hendricks. She's a model, and she actually said she liked this. You know, when I do You Smell Me with the ladies, I asked them, where does this rank? Is it worthy of the digits, the date, or the drawers? Now, you're going to have to watch that episode to see where she ranked it. I'm just telling you, she liked it. So if you want to get your hands on it, I might let it go. You know what I mean? I might sell it. Hit me on the DMs. You know how I am. Cash App, Venmo, EBT, however you want to do it, that's how we could do it. But I probably won't be reaching for this. I may reach for it another 1 or 2 times. This one I will be wearing a lot this fall. Can't wait to get into this some more. Can't wait to get into some more of the niche scents that'll be coming out. I ordered something from Joe Mass Shop. We're going to talk about that when it gets here. But remember, y'all, I don't do this for views. This is the news you could use. Keep your distance, mind your business, step your collection up.